10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
400.
God, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious.
This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Okay, it looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Do you think he has?
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? Oh, I'm all right. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. Well, nervous probably isn't quite the right word to use, but I definitely have butterflies in my stomach, which is, yeah, that's nervousness. Why am I nervous? Because it is episode 499, and we've got so much going on in episode 500. This is our last chance probably to be a little bit relaxed, just to hang out with the regulars and to chat to you listeners before things get a bit dramatic and I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen. Well, of course I don't. There would be no point if I knew what was going to happen. I just avoid it. I take a trip to a Caribbean island, but the way things are going at the moment, it's probably best not to go on any trips to anywhere. So I'm not going to be going far this episode, but yeah, I think I should stop rambling and get on with the show. Let's run the theme music, and when we come back, we'll see who's around. And for anybody who hasn't been paying attention, we'll update you on what to expect. What we're building up to. All right, run that theme music.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond, Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast. Yeah.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy, is right.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life Podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
He's positively glowing.
It's all gooey and meaty and yum, 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 yum.
So, listeners, hello, we're back. Episode 499, which some of you might know is actually episode 500, but we don't talk about it. Isn't that right, Cromarty? Oh no, Paul, we don't mention it, except that we mention it at least once every 100 episodes, if not more. Yeah. This is our 500th episode, but it's not episode 500. So don't expect any major explosions to happen this episode. Why is it our 500th episode? It's because we did a pilot years ago, which you have said many times. I know, but, maybe the listeners don't know, depending on if they've listened from the start or whatever. Fair enough, Paul. They're all still available out there. They are all still available out there. That is true. You can go back and listen to the pilot episode or any of the episodes between then and now. So if you fancy dipping in to any of the episodes you've not heard, they're still there. Don't worry. They've not gone anywhere. Yeah. It's quite a feat, really, isn't it? Quite a feat. I guess it is quite a feat, yes. Still, that's the way of the world these days. We never really made these episodes to sort of go out of date. I mean, even shows that do talk about, like, what I did today for tea, what I did what's going on with my love life, whatever shows, they still usually keep them available. I mean, in a way, it's quite interesting when it's a sort of lifestyle podcast, going back to the start and actually sort of witnessing as the hosts meet new partners, and you're sitting there thinking, well, I know that in 5 years' time they get married. Let's see how they got there. I mean, it depends if that sort of thing interests you. I mean, it does depend on the hosts as to how interesting they are. Anyway, I'm not here to criticise anybody's podcast. I'm just, it's just nice that a lot of podcasts are there right back from the start. What anniversary is it next for the show, Paul? Well, we don't have an anniversary until late May, so it's a few months away. But it'll be our 6th anniversary this year. Good grief, Paul. Good grief. I know. So Cromitty, I suppose we should, because we need to just kind of round up what's going on this episode. Oh, yes, of course. And what's going on with you? Well, Paul, I mean, I don't think that I am centre stage. I don't even think you're centre stage. Well, I think you underestimate our importance in the forthcoming episode 500, because we're going to be picking up all the flack, or, dealing with whatever happens. Oh, yes, Paul, I suppose you're right. We'll be mopping up quite literally. Oh, please. Won't Sister Who bring her own, squadron of nurses to deal with anything like that? I'm not sure, Paul. Good point. So, yeah, in case you don't know what we're going on about, listeners, episode 500, it's kind of about two things. Well, it'll probably be about more than two things, but and out of those two things, one thing is more important than the other thing. Oh, Paul, don't tell Yeti Uncle John you said that. Yes. So one of those things is that Yeti Uncle John is getting out of Shame jail. That's quite a big deal. It's quite a big deal because he's been in there a while. I don't know that he's learnt that much, although he did say he's learnt his 12 times table, which I'm sure is of great use. I just hope that whatever he does after he leaves, I hope he has found a way of getting away with it more than he used to. Oh, Paul, that's a dreadful thing to say. No, but what I mean is, he was always doing these stupid things and getting caught out and being exposed. If he's got any stupid ideas now, he needs to have learnt how to kind of cover it over, like politicians do. Oh, Paul, controversial. Aren't politicians more like the old Yeti Uncle John? Yeah, actually, you're right. Most politicians that get into trouble just seem to bludgeon on in, say the first thing that comes into their head, and then are shocked when they're called out for it, which is a bit like Yeti Uncle John used to be before Shame Jail. We hope he won't be when he comes out. Well, at least he's coming out. Yeah. Not in the way that, I don't know if he's coming out. Is he coming out? Well, Paul, who knows? No, he's a bit too fluid to pinpoint himself to one to one lifestyle. Anyway, we should be talking about this. Just get you upset, Cromitty. Oh no, Paul, I think I'm over Yeti Uncle John at the moment. At the moment, yes. Well, let's move on. But it's a shame he missed Christmas. Well, it's not really. We didn't do much for Christmas. We avoided Christmas as best possible. You did, Paul. I had a lovely time. Yeah, well, I had some gin. That was a good time. No, I didn't even drink the gin. I kept it. It's still in my cupboard, but anyway, it's nice to know it's there. All those different flavours, Paul. Yeah, all those different flavours. I'd say Yeti Uncle John is our B story, or our B movie, and the main feature is that Ick is having his baby. I can't believe we know so little about what's going to happen. I know, Paul, you'd think we'd know something. Listeners, apparently, when people from Ink's world give birth, it's like a lucky dip that you're not sure what you're going to get. I mean, that just sounds incredible. It sounds ridiculous. It does sound a bit ridiculous, Paul. You are right. So we don't know what's going to be emerging. I just hope it's not going to be like when Yeti Uncle John conjured up a demon. I don't think we're expecting Ick to give birth to a demon. I don't think we've had any... There's been no sort of, like The Omen or anything. There's been no evidence that the baby is like, anything allied with the devil. I'm not sure. Do we even believe in the devil? Cromitty, I'm not sure. Well, Paul, a lot of strange things have happened on this show. Yeah, we're not really a religious podcast, are we, though? I guess if the devil wanted to show up and cause trouble on an episode of the show, as long as I survived, as long as all my friends survived, I wouldn't be against it. It would be good for ratings. Just because the devil turns up on my podcast doesn't mean I have to believe in him or even worship him. No, Paul, you don't have to worship the devil. You know, you don't have to worship God. Whether or not you believe in a God, if a God turns out to exist and proves itself, you don't have to worship it then. Yeah, you could just go, oh, right, you exist. All right, okay, get on with it then. Oh, Paul, we've been very controversial today. I don't know if it's controversial. Anyway, yes, maybe we are. It's one of those episodes. So where were we? Talking about Eek's baby. Yeah, I don't think we're expecting anything quite along those lines. We just don't know what might happen. Except Sister Oo, listeners, Sister Oo is Eek's matron. You know, a personal matron, one that's come from their home world to be with him. When she turned up and we met her, she was only a hologram and we weren't tuned into her. Oh yes, that's right, listeners. I don't know if you heard that episode. Sister Oo came visiting, but it was a hologram of Sister Oo. She walked in the room and we couldn't see her or hear her. We thought it had gone a bit doolally. Oh, Paul. Anyway, she's going to be there in person this time, which is a relief, Paul, because I don't think we could do it. It would put a lot of pressure on us. Would put a lot of pressure on us if Sister Oo wasn't there on hand with her army of nurses. We don't know if there is an army of nurses. No, I think you listeners, you're probably going to be called to help. We're going to be in the thick of it, Paul. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to pick Yeti Uncle John up from Shame Jail when he's released. It would be nice if we can meet him from outside. Yes, Paul, it would. But if we can't, then because Eek is due to give birth on episode 500 at the same time as Yeti Uncle John is due to escape from Shame Jail. Not escape from Shame Jail. No, that happened earlier in the year. Yes, it did. And yes, anyway, why do you always go so funny when I talk about the escape comedy? It's like you know something I don't. Oh no, Paul, no, not at all. Listeners, I'm pretty sure there's more to Yeti Uncle John escaping from Shame Jail earlier in the year. I think people know about it and don't want to tell me. Comedy, it wasn't you, was it? You didn't do something stupid. It was not me. I don't want to get involved. You don't want to get involved. That listeners, that pretty much confirms there's something I don't know about. Maybe it's something I'm supposed to learn about in episode 500. Paul, I can't say. Comedy, usually I would pick you up on this and shake you down or something. Oh, Paul, you're so flirtatious. Okay, I'm just assuming if there's things I don't know, that I'm just going to let it go, and I'm just going to have to accept that it's probably something that's going to build up for episode 500 to add to all the other things that are going on. Oh, Paul. No. All right. What were we saying? Oh, yes. So, yes, we're hoping... Yeah, what we don't know is it going to give birth as soon as episode 500 starts, or are we going to have time to do it sequentially. Is that the right word? Am I going to be able to go to Shame Jail, meet Yeti Uncle John, come home, have a nice cup of tea and a biscuit, and then have to go over to the spaceship? That would be ideal. It would be ideal. But alternatively, if that doesn't happen, then Martin and Tallulah, maybe even August, if he's feeling sociable, they can go and pick Yeti Uncle John up. Listeners, do you know? I don't know. Do you know Martin and Tallulah? We found out quite recently that Tallulah is Martin's birth mother. Something that I think Control Incorporated had conspired against us finding out, or were manipulating us. They wanted us to think that Bettina was Martin's birth mother at one point. Just updating you about some of the things that have gone on in the last 50 or so episodes, just in case you've taken a break from the show. Oh, Paul. Yeah, they're getting on great, aren't they? Comedy. It's lovely to see it. They are getting on great. What about August? Or what about August and Bettina? Do they spend Christmas together? Oh, listeners, you. Sorry, if you know about this, you know about this. But listeners, do you know that August Evans is the updated persona of Damius Trinklehorn? He came back. Damius Trinklehorn went missing for about a year. Then he came back, but he thought he was August Evans. Now he really is August Evans. We spoke to Damius. It's a long story. It's very complicated. Well, it's not that complicated. It's pretty complicated, Paul. Okay. Well, yeah, we spoke to Damius, and he said he was retiring and was quite happy if August stayed doing art. Yeah, because August Evans is a quite talented, abstract, well, painter for hire and artist. And, he seems to get the work. He seems to be quite busy. Anyway, the fact that he's no longer Damius doesn't seem to have stopped Bettina, and the two of them are spending a lot of time together. Did they spend Christmas together? I forget. I think they did, Paul, yes. Because you were avoiding Christmas, you didn't see what was going on. I guess that's right. Yeah. Oh, well, I hope they had a nice time. We all had a lovely time. It's just you that had to hide away. Yeah, but I had a lovely time hiding away, avoiding Christmas and New Year. And New Year, yes. Yeah, I caught up with stuff. We did a sort of a much quicker review of the year this year. We didn't bother with guests, just me hiding away. Christmas, a review of the year, New Year, all done and dusted in one episode. It was quite a long episode. Yes, but that was just because of the flashbacks to my favourite episodes. Yes, Paul. Oh, dear. So, as we were saying earlier on, as Cromitty incorrectly suggested, episode 500 doesn't really centre around us, but we will be heavily involved. And the same goes for Martin and Tallulah and Bettina, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm sure she'll be in episode 500, Bettina. We'll all have our parts to play. We just won't be lying on a hospital bed giving birth. I sincerely hope not. I leave that job to Ick. Oh, yes, Paul. It's a big job for him. Yeah. I don't think any of us need to know the full, intimate details of how Ick is going to give birth. Just as long as he does, and it's fine, and, What do we know? Is he going to go back to his own planet? Or is he going to stay in the spaceship? I don't think he's going back to his home planet. What do you mean? What, like, does Sister Oo need to have him? I don't think so. I don't think anything's changing. We'll just have a new member of the cast, I guess. But I don't know how long it will be before the offspring will be able to interact with the show. Might just be sitting there wriggling, making gaga noises for many months or years. I don't know. Oh, Paul. Or it might be one of those babies that develops very quickly. Might be. I mean, it'd probably help for the show if that was the case, but we don't know. We don't know what we know. Let's not even think about it. It's too much. Too much. Okay, Paul. Paul, I think it's time for a Sutton Park clip. Either that or a quiz. I think we should have a Sutton Park clip and a quiz this episode. You know, just so we can relax. Yes, Paul, you're not doing a very good job at relaxing so far. Yeah, this is kind of true. Editor in charge of this episode. Sutton Park clip, quiz. We'll want both, but we don't want them both together. But you decide what order they appear. The listeners, well, they don't mind. The listeners don't mind. I'm sure you don't mind. You don't mind, listeners, do you? No. So, yeah, let's go. Let's have a little clip. And when we come back, we might speak to the two main stars of episode 500. Yeah. That would be good, Paul. I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Hello listeners, it's me, Cuthbert the Robot. I just wanted to let you know that the following Sutton Park clips are from episodes 1503 to 1505, which were recorded in July 1996. The actual video will be on YouTube one day, we promise, but for now we hope you enjoy the audio version!
Oh dear. Well, at least we've been able to put the furniture back. I don't think he noticed. We were busy getting comedy back. I cleared all the furniture and the new furniture side. Yes, so there was room. Just rush around and things. All cleared back.
8:54 p.m.
Everything back to normal now, Clive. Everything back to normal. Don't worry.
It's 8:54 p.m.
There's Paul. Oh, Paul's got... Oh, well, he's made up with Lee. And, Lee's birthday, I think, so they're gone out for a day trip. It's the best thing to get away, really. But just hope that, things are a little bit, less,
It's 8:55 p.m.
Yes, let's hope so. Oh, dear. And so we join Paul and Lee elsewhere. The beginning of a celebratory weekend. And just before a renewed burst of filming. Well, there we are.
Long time no see, Paul.
No, we saw each other, well, we've seen each other rather a lot. It's your birthday card.
I know I'm Lee. Oh, it's my birthday card?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that respect, I've got something for you.
What?
Find out.
It's a picture of Asriel. I thought it looked rather like Asriel, in a good mood.
It looks like he's in his new romantic days.
Yeah.
From Paul and Azrael and all the others.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling...
But Azrael's not around anymore. Are you telling me that this is last year's birthday card?
No.
You just remember to give it me?
2 or 3 years ago, actually. When Azriel was a big member of this year.
Well, where's this year's?
That has to be this year's. I didn't give it you, so just pretend it's this year. What's this then? Oh.
Worse than you could possibly imagine, Paul. It's starting to look familiar as well.
Oh my God! Did I tell you about when it burst? Apparently, one of them burst into flames. You left one of your drawings around the house, and it burst into flames. And little Jane.
Since I saw you last, Paul, I've been spending some time catching up on episodes of Sutton Park, which I've been taping. As you probably know, I tape them when I'm not around. So I did get to see that episode. I've also since learned, by the way, Paul Chandler, that you know about the Moon Beasts.
I know about...
Well, you know about the Moon Beasts?
Oh, no,
I never saw a scene in which someone or other, Gulliver, Tremaine Preps or someone...
No, he talked to me. You don't see everything.
Yeah, I know you didn't know, but don't you realise, Paul, that's what we could have done in the first place. I could have told you about the Moon Beasts off camera. It was so simple.
Well, I mean, Tremaine's only just found out himself. It was from talking to the robot.
When I used to mention the Moon Beasts to you, all you heard was... Right?
Yes.
But you would have heard me say Moon Beast from the Planet Jeremy off camera because it wasn't a part of the episode.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, the whole business came about from Tremaine experimenting on the witch's cat. The witch's cat gave him the detail.
I understand that, but don't you... Look, you don't understand. There's more to the Moon Beast than meets the eye. Look, I've written a speech so that I could remember everything. Since the Circus of Horrors, I've been collecting information about the Moon Beasts, so that I can explain the whole details to you.
Well, I don't think we're going to leave it around here. We don't know whose van.
Well, I know. I'm more worried about that at the moment.
Well, so am I.
It looks familiar. I'm sure I know those blood
Yes,
bits dripping out of the mouth, but I don't know.
I think it's Katrina Hortensia.
Let's have a look.
It's got to be.
Well, the eyes are the same.
No, it's
bridge of the nose.
It's got to be Katrina. Can't you recognise it?
It looks like Katrina standing in the dark at the moment.
It's Katrina's face.
She can't be full though. See, the picture of the face must complement the rest, and as you can see,
it still
there's still to me dark patches.
Looks like it's bursting out of us.
So there's more to come.
Well, I presume this is like I've had before. I've had a few warnings that Katrina should be returning. I presume that until the picture is full, Katrina won't return. Not yet.
Well, look, I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, I'm going to wake up in another cold sweat, and Katrina's back for good.
Well, at least we know what the picture's trying to say now.
Now, what's the saying again?
It's a warn.
Forearmed is forewarned, or was it the other way around?
Oh,
I can't
one of
remember.
them. Blimey. Well, we knew she was on her way back. I certainly had heard. Yes. As long as it doesn't burst into flames again.
Oh well, whilst you're at it, seeing as we're mentioning Katrina Hortensia, she might not be around, but her legacy still exists.
Yeah.
You remember something happened to you and Mr. Twitcher some time back?
Yeah.
It was those zombie Santas. Do you know anything about the zombie Santas?
I'm not sure.
They were responsible for that green gem that caused your mind to swap. Hence, Mr. Twitcher dreaming about the moon beasts.
Blind. What, you know this for sure?
I know that for certain because I saw it.
Oh gosh. Are you allowed to tell me that though?
Of course I can tell you. The plot's already gone and it's not important anymore. What I can't tell you is what the zombies are going to do with the gem next. Now that I can't tell you. Maybe I could tell you off camera. I'll have a go. You never know.
We'll see. We better go and find Jay. He's supposed to be around here somewhere. Jay? He's supposed to be around here somewhere. He's probably gone off to the fair. We better go and find him.
Well, give that here.
Yes.
I'll look after that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing it me. At least we know something more. Oh dear.
I wish I could tell you about the gem. You see, if Katrina Hortensia is sort of on the prowl about to arrive, it's possible that it's her affecting the zombies, and what the zombies are up to might be a larger plan of Katrina Hortensia's.
We don't know.
And I can't tell you about it.
Well, at least we know a little bit more, as unpleasant as it may be.
Hello, hello, Spurd. God, I've got a new aeroplane. He could be my friend. Hello, would you like to give me a ride? All right, then don't. Oh, I think I've gone and lost Paul again. Oh, it's all flipping bad, isn't it? And dog, the little dog. What are you doing here? Hello, hello, little dog. What are you doing here? Huh? What are you doing here? Are you by yourself or with your friends? Hello. You're with your friend the rabbit, are you? Are you still on the run? I'm not good. I'm here with my friend Paul, but I'm not going to tell anyone that you're, because I don't want anyone to catch you. I won't tell anyone, alright? I won't tell nobody, because I don't want to get you into trouble. I won't tell. I won't tell no one. You better not do. You better not do. I won't. I really won't.
What's wrong?
I've been turned into a chair.
No, that's not Harry. That could be Sylvia.
Sylvia turned him into a chair, the cow.
No, but Sylvia's dead. That could be a chair for Sylvia. Is that your helicopter? Are you pleased to see the helicopter? Hello.
Don't land here. Oh my God, look at that tree.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, bloody hell. That's what's happened to Sylvia's body.
No, it was taken away by the government. We said it was. And Harry's still alive and well in Oxford.
Don't you understand the plot? Look, the plot was never supposed to entail the government taking Sylvia's body. There was supposed to be a continuing plot from there.
I don't understand.
Someone changed the script.
Look, we don't have script. Look, this is real life to me. Would you stop talking about?
All right, not the script, but they interfered with the plot. And they caused the military to take it away. So perhaps they experimented on the body and then turned it into a chair.
Oh,
it could be Sylvia.
All this business like talking things about plots. My life is this is my life, not my plot. This is my life, not a plot. You can't talk about it just because you watch it like it's a...
You still don't understand it. Have you found that mug yet? No, you haven't, have you?
We didn't have... It's only been a few... I haven't been back home.
Just don't get it. It's very important that you understand.
Well, you wanted to come here for the day... You wanted to come here, so I haven't been home. And you just need me to find the...
You know about Luma, don't you? You know Luma?
Luma?
You know Luma, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know about the boss?
Yes.
Right. Well, do you know who the boss is?
No, of course I don't know who
No, you don't know. That's exactly my point.
I don't know. I'm just glad that Luma's out of the way of the boss. Luma is a terrible...
When you find out the truth, Paul, when you find out the truth, then you come to me.
Right. Well, we're having...
Stop faffing about and not understanding things.
We're having a birthday walk around.
It's not my birthday today, it's tomorrow.
I know, but I've got to be filming with Nick, unfortunately, tomorrow. Don't take that personally, Nick. I'm just mean that I can't be here for Lee's birthday. It doesn't mean that I don't like filming. It's really Horner's job. These roses are looking better than the other ones.
There's a sparrow there. There's a sparrow
Another
tree.
one.
Look, it's growing raw sparrows.
Hello.
My God, I've never seen a tree growing sparrows.
Moonbee's Hornet. No, no, not really.
Wrong species, Paul.
Oh, where's little Jay? I still haven't seen him.
It's not even the right genus.
Where's little... I'm sure little Jay came into this garden somewhere. I can't see him now though. Let's go and have a look around the fair part and see if there's anything interesting. Food, donuts.
Donuts!
Go. Into the toilets then? Yes, thank you. Thank you, yes. Don't swim that way, you stupid... I presume you remember...
Is this the Lido?
No.
Oh.
I presume you remember when I was here before, Potwell Park?
Yeah.
About 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, you with...
I wasn't feeling too well at the time.
Yes, I remember that.
I remember it very vaguely. Backup was around.
And,
that planes were that helicopters were covered after crashing into the tree.
Might be another one. That's the rescue helicopter come back to fetch the other one.
And it'll crash in that one, or crash into a tree as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think there's a pattern forming here, Paul.
I wasn't feeling too good last time I came here. I was being...
Something to do with Von Hellbent.
I drunk something a bit nasty.
Von Hellbent was responsible. Well, I should say it was more to do with the amphibian man, but Von Hellbent was directly...
I can't remember the full details. It's probably best that I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if Horner's here today. I think he's probably going... I think he's going ahead to sort of, you know...
This is the ideal place for him to be when you think about it. Look, water everywhere.
But I think
I know where he'll be. He'll be at the Lido. He'll be having a swim.
Well, he could be, but he might... I think he's sorting himself out for filming tomorrow. I don't know. Come on.
I think it's going to crash again, Paul.
Oh dear.
Here it goes. Oh no, it's coming this way. Paul!
God. Did it again.
Told you.
It's a cheap joke, but it works.
Lucky there, it nearly landed on.
The cheap joke, but it works.
I think they're trying to make a splashdown. Missed a spot.
Oh well. Stop it. I don't think these are government helicopters, do you?
I thought, didn't think of that. I'm on a tree.
Oh, blind.
You're very good pilots. That's the fourth one today.
Do you remember when Kerry was still alive?
I remember. It's landed! Paul!
Oh my goodness, it's landed. It makes a change, doesn't it?
Come on, quick!
What? We don't want to go in its direction.
Of course we do.
But what if it's a government helicopter? Kerry had a helicopter.
I know.
Beck and called, didn't he? When he was working for the...
Exactly, so who knows is going to come out of it? Who's just arrived, Paul?
Oh God. We really want to see?
Perhaps it's Parkhurst. Didn't he leave the house, leaving Twitcher behind?
He left the house and he was possessed.
Exactly.
By the Moonbeast, we think he was.
We don't know what... See, the Moonbeast could be actually infiltrating the government right now. Parkhurst is an ideal subject to take over. Because he's also involved in the armed forces as well as the government.
Yeah, whereas Twitcher is just a prat.
Exactly.
He just made the right choice and didn't try and take over the prat.
Come on, we've got to find out who's in there.
I think we're going to be too late. There's already somebody getting out. I think he's going to take off again. Oh, they've obviously done a crossover. I think we're going to miss it. We missed it. Whoever it was, they dropped somebody off and they take it off again. Don't think it could be. Don't think they could be dumping government spies here or something. Any person out there could be a government spy. There's all these people here. Or
That's it, Paul.
Unless they're putting people with moon beasts in the crowd.
Exactly. Parkhurst is acting as their ultimate agent to.
Because he's got the links to the Air Force.
I mean, he could easily hide the moon beasts in donuts or something, and all I have to do is just eat them.
So you think he's hired a helicopter and then...
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think he's hiring a helicopter, taking people up provides, infiltrating them, bringing them back down and sending them out again?
But he could even be the pilot. He's ex-RAF.
That's what I mean. Oh my God. The whole place could be full of people full of moon beasts by the end of the day.
The invasion has finally started, Paul.
The invasion has started. But how's it going to stop? Oh dear. Once again, we're right up shit creek.
Not only ferrying the moon beasts in, they're ferrying the people out.
That's, what I mean. That's where they're doing the transfer, aren't they?
They're doing it in these tents, and then they're taking the people out and repopulating the place.
That's what I mean. And
but where's their base?
I don't know.
They can't all live at 42 Fox Hill.
It would explain why
I bet that was a good shot.
It would explain why there was nobody important coming out of the helicopters when we saw them, because
they're taking the important.
Come and have a ride on our helicopter and we'll take over.
Yeah. Where could they be going to?
I don't think they're going anywhere. They're just doing it on board. What they've got to do is Parkhurst driving. Say, oh, have a look. Here, pop this in your mouth. Stuck it down their mouth.
Oh, Paul, they're different helicopters. Have you noticed? They look different each time.
Well, I mean, there's probably many.
That's why I thought the first one was a rescue helicopter for the other one.
Probably doing it en masse.
They're taking them away to somewhere, and then another one comes in its stead. There's probably about 3 or 4 of them.
Well, I thought they were taking them from here and then bringing them back.
They're taking the people away from here. But look, you can't have too many moon beasts milling about the place, you know. It'd become a bit suspicious.
Oh, so some they're bringing back here and some they're leaving.
They're putting them somewhere else.
Good gracious.
Perhaps they're taking away the really important ones.
I suppose there might be a few special guests,
like the DJs of Capital Radio.
That's what I mean.
Like that.
Yeah, they might have a few special guests, radio DJ presenters.
Look, there's a concert down there. Perhaps there's some famous stars or DJs.
Perhaps there were.
Oh, there's another thing, the Lido. You might find the Ant-Man down there, come on.
No, I'm sure he wouldn't.
Oh! God! Parkhurst in that one!
I thought I saw him.
The Panama hat!
Yeah,
I told you there's more than one helicopter. He'll recognise us.
Come on.
Come on! I'm not here!
No, nor am I.
And now there's the Land Rover Hawk Flying Display Team. It's a great display of birds of prey.
Got them captured in a bag.
Huh?
I got them captured. You can't escape. Ha ha ha. Oh, they're not real.
No.
They're not animals. They're like
real donuts, Paul. Look.
We can't be eating donuts. We've got to be worrying about the fact that there's moon beasts and things.
Yeah. Oh, it's alright. None in here.
Hello? Come out if you're in there, moon beast.
There you go, listeners. So what? Yes, I hope you enjoyed the clip. I hope it was fun. So I've been a bit distracted. I've just been thinking, you know, all these things happening on episode 500. I mean, what is it that Yeti Uncle John could do? That, you know, because the Ick Baby thing, I mean, that's that's a thing in itself. That there is drama that can come from that. But Yeti Uncle John, he's just leaving Shame Jail. Just leaving Shame Jail. I mean, he's not going to try and sneak somebody out in his suitcase or something. Oh, Paul, I don't think he'd do that. No, I just wonder where the drama will come. There may be no drama at all. Shall we talk to him now? Is he ready to speak? He is ready to speak, Paul. Yeti Uncle John, are you there? Oh, Paul, yes, I am. I am here. Good, loud and clear. Are you all packed yet? I am, Paul. I am all packed. I'm all packed and ready. Well, it's literally 24 hours or so till you'll be out of Shame Jail. Oh no. Oh yeah, it shall be fun. Oh dear, comedy, this is what I meant. We were just saying, Yeti Uncle John, just before you came on the line, that we wondered where the drama might come from you leaving Shame Jail. Oh dear, Paul. Were you thinking the worst? Yes, Yeti Uncle John, you thought you might be trying to sneak somebody out in your suitcase. No, I won't be sneaking anyone out in any suitcase. I've already got a hold all anyway. I haven't got a suitcase. Couldn't get anybody in there. Even Coconut Jim couldn't fit in there. Coconut Jim. Yeah, he's got a head shaped like a coconut. He's quite a petite man, but he wouldn't fit in my hold all. Okie dokie. Right, so, yes. So you're just going to be picked up by whoever turns up? Are you not coming to get me, Paul? Well, I've been saying this to the listeners and to Cromitty. We're needed to help with Ix delivery, and we don't know if that will happen as soon as you are released. So the intention is that we turn up at the gates and we welcome you. We meet you. A welcome committee. No, yeah, all right. I suppose, if you need to be there for Ick, you need to be there for Ick. So who will be coming? Well, depending on circumstances. I mean, Cromitty and I will be there or we won't. Yes. Who else? Well, definitely Martin and definitely Tallulah. Oh, that's nice of them. Yes, they're going to pick you up in their car. I don't know whose car. Martin's car? Tallulah's car? Tallulah's got a car. Yes, I know. Maybe Bettina, maybe August. We're not 100% sure who's around for episode 500. Yeah, well, all right. I just want to make sure that, I've got a big reveal. Have you now? This is what I'm worried about. What is it you're planning? It's nothing that's going to get me into trouble. It's fine. I don't like the sound of this, Yeti Uncle John. What is going on? Well, all I will say is, do you remember when I gave that document or that envelope to Ryan, Canadian Ryan, to look after? Yes, I do remember that. We haven't seen Ryan for ages. It's a shame. He was last seen heading off to Jupiter, I think. What's he doing on Jupiter? Oh, there was some sort of work placement swapsy scheme thing. Like a placement. Oh, he's running a comic book shop on Jupiter. I think it's Jupiter. Anyway, we haven't seen him forever, but hopefully we will do soon. Maybe sometime in 2022, whenever he comes back, or if it could take us over there, we could go and see him out there. Yes. This isn't about Ryan. Well, it is, but it's not. You've been talking about him too long. This is about me. Yeah. So you gave Ryan an envelope. Yeah. Well, I've been in contact with him. Well, I sent him a text and I asked him if he could make sure that the envelope is back in time for my release, and it has arrived, and it's it's going to cause some problems. Well, no, not problems. It's going to cause some embarrassment for some people. Oh, you're not going to embarrass me. No, Paul, not you. No, I'm not saying anything more because you'll give it all away. All right. You're allowed to have your dramatic moment, I suppose. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, just be careful what you do, because these things could backfire on you. Yeah, well, whatever happens, I doubt I'll be back in shame jail. No, I don't think they'll want me here. Okay. Well, I think you probably shouldn't say any more because, yes. So, you're looking forward to coming out? I'm very looking forward to it, yes. And, I'm sorry that episode 500 didn't sort of happen in December rather than in January, rather than now. But what can you do? I know. As many people have told me, I'm lucky that I didn't have my sentence extended. So, whatever. It's just, it's looking forward to being out. Yeah, and, well, I don't know if we should ask you, certain things we should maybe ask you once you're out. Oh, I don't know, Paul, things will be going on, won't they? Things will be very busy once you come out, yes. So don't take it personally if everybody is talking to Ick rather than to you. No, I've got plenty of things to sort out. Working on the final draft of my book. Yes. The book. Forgotten about the book. Did you make many changes to that after your first draft? No. It's funny though when you write stuff and you come back and things have changed, or you forget, what you wrote the first time. It's quite an odd experience, but I guess writers have it all the time. The older you get, the more you can't remember what you wrote 2 months ago. Have you made many changes from that first draft? I've made changes because, I feel if I wrote those words, they must have been written for a reason. I just don't remember writing them. I'm surprised. I was not written quite as much about myself as I thought I had. But anyway, it's still a work in progress. Well, it'd be nice to read it. I mean, I don't know if you want us to read it. I think perhaps you should share it with us. We'll see, Paul. And what else? What else are you planning? I've heard talk of all manner of projects that you might have in line. Yeah, well, I've been dabbling in photography, but I don't know. We'll see where that goes. There's always things to do. We don't know how much help Ick will need anyway. I don't want to get too involved, too busy. No, well, so thank you, Yeti Uncle John. That's great. We've got to talk to Ick now before the end of the show. So thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing you. Yes, Paul, episode 500, which, of course, this is episode 500. Yeah, yes. We've said that. We've told the listeners that. They know it anyway, probably. But yes, no, I mean, we'll see you next episode. And just whatever you do, just think about whether you really need to do it. Oh, I need to do it, Paul. I do. I need to do it. It's a plot line that's been brewing for months. The listeners want to know what's inside that envelope. Yes, they do. Yes, very much so. They can't sleep for worrying about it. Is that sarcasm, Paul? Yeah, that's right, sarcasm. Okay, get your Uncle John, let's go. Say goodbye, Cromitty. Goodbye, Cromitty. Yeah, goodbye, Yeti Uncle John. See you tomorrow, Cromitty. Yes. I just hope I won't be covered in alien placenta. Oh, please, I've got to have my tea now. Your last tea in shame jail. Yeah, it will be, I suppose. Actually, I might miss the grub here. It's pretty good. Oh, dear. Trust Yeti Uncle John to find the good sides of, being in shame jail. But, anyway, right. Is he gone? Yes, Paul, he's gone. And do we have Ick on the line? We do have Ick on the line, yes. Okay. Ick, how are you? Gosh, are you relaxed?
Yes, Paul, I'm relaxed. Oh, gosh, I am relaxed, yes. Gosh, it's quite something.
Well, is Sister Oo with you?
She has just this minute arrived, but she's unpacking, so she won't be on the call.
No, that's fine. So, next episode 500. I can't believe you know so little about what's going on.
Well, that's the nature of our people. Yes, we never know much about what's going on, especially when we're giving birth.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it'll be fine. At least it's dramatic.
It is dramatic. Traumatic as well.
Oh, poor. Oh, poor.
I've just been talking to Yeti Uncle John. Of course, he'll be out tomorrow. He's got some mischief planned, which he says won't get him into trouble, but will get somebody else into trouble, which I don't like the sound of.
No, Paul. Who's going to get into trouble?
I don't think it's any of us. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Still. I don't want to keep you too long, because I'm sure, you just want to rest up. I don't know how these things work. We were saying, I mean, Yeti Uncle John wanted to know whether I was going to be there to pick him up from the shame jail, and I said I wasn't sure. Do we know, will he be giving birth the very start of episode 500, in the middle? Will we have any time? He wanted to know whether I'd be there to pick him up, as I say, and I wasn't sure.
I'm afraid I can't give you any sort of definite time plan. It will happen during episode 500, but we don't know when.
Yeah, that's what I expected. So, I mean, at least, we will be with you, Cromitty and I. Heloise will be with you.
I know you will.
But at least you've got Sister Oo and her army of nurses.
Her army of what?
Oh, that was just something we came up with, wasn't it, Cromitty? Yes, we were hoping that it wasn't just Sister Oo, that she'd have some sort of assistant. Or assistants, like an army of nurses.
Oh, you boys are very silly. She does have assistants. But not an army of them. You will be much needed, if only for making tea and coffee.
Yeah, sure. Gosh. Well, we better leave you to it. Do you need us to pop over later on? Or do you just want to rest up until the big episode, 500?
Oh, you just prepare yourselves. I think we can all do with a good night's rest. If only because it's Uncle John's coming out of shame jail.
Oh, he's quite a demanding house guest, I admit. But, all right. Well, we will see you tomorrow. And, gosh, exciting times.
Yes, exciting times. Anyway, I better go and see Sister Oo, so I'll speak to you, or I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Bye for now. Goodbye. Good. Oh, he's gone. Oh, right. Well, listeners, we're coming towards the end of the episode. I think we're going to get a phone call. But first, we're going to have either a quiz or a Sutton Park clip, depending on what we had earlier. We'll have the opposite. So either, yeah, you know what I mean. So let's do that now. When we come back, we've got one more phone call, I think. Yeah, all right. Have a listen.
Hello again, listeners. This time we have a quiz with Paul and Callum, which was recorded on the 28th of November 2021. Let's see what questions they have in store. Happy listening! !
'80s, the 1986 single Invisible Touch was the only number one hit in America for which British band?
Genesis.
Yeah, correct. 1990s, Britain's entry in the 1995, this is a stupid question, the Eurovision Song Contest was performed by Love City Groove. What was that song?
Isn't that?
I've already given you the answer.
Yeah. What? Love City Groove by Love City Groove?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called. Or I might have forgotten.
In 2004, Cheryl Tweedy married which England footballer? Oh, we like football. Andy Cole. I'll give you some choices. Was it Andy Cole, Ashley Cole, Or Joe Cole.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah, you know your footy. Complete the title of REM's 1993 hit, The Sidewinder.
Sleeps Tonight.
Which 2008 song by Lady Gaga has the initials Papa Foxtrot PF?
Poker Face.
Yes. Oldies. Which Cat Stevens song was a top 10 hit for Jimmy Cliff in 1970 and Maxi Priest, good old Maxi Priest, in 1988?
Wild World.
Oh, baby, baby. Yes, you got that one. You got it all right.
I thought it was going to be Father and Son if you'd have said Boyzone. But...
Yeah. 80s. After the Jam split up, which group did singer and guitarist Paul Weller form in 1983?
The Style Council.
The Style Council. Who reached number one with her first single, Sleeping Satellite?
Jasmine
1992. Jasmine Archer.
Feels like that
It's
one.
just too easy for you. 21st Century. Got to Tell You in 2000 was the first hit for which Irish singer? I never got this. A million chances.
Sinead O'Connor. No, it's not right because it's not the right decade.
I don't think you'll get this. Samantha Mumba. Samantha Mumba.
I know her name, but wouldn't have known that she was Irish.
Titles. Complete the title of the Spice Girls hit from 1998. Viva
Forever.
Mark Halsey. Viva Forever. Yeah. This one's a bit silly to follow on from this. Which 1995 song by Oasis has the initials Lima Foxtrot LF?
Live Forever.
Live Forever. Indeed. Oldies. Keep On Running in 1965 was Stevie Winwood's first number one single. Which group was he singing with? Keep on running.
The Yardbirds.
No, it was the Spencer Davis Group. Give you in there. 1980s. The 1990s solo star Edwyn Collins was the lead singer with which 1980s hit band?
Orange Juice.
Band. Orange Juice, yes. 1990s. Which American band reached number one in 1991 with I Want to Sex You Up?
Deals.
Shut your ears, Deals.
Colour Me Bad.
Colour Me Bad. 21st Century. In 2003, Where Is the Love became the first number one for which American hip-hop group?
Hip-hop group?
Yeah. It says hip-hop. It's a bit of a... Yeah, hip-hop's a bit of a stretch. R&B, I'd say.
It's not the people who did Mbop. Hanson.
No, it's not them, no.
But they did one called Where's the Love? I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't think
It wasn't them. It was the Black Eyed Peas.
Don't know if I've got that.
Complete the title of Jerry Halliwell's hit, 2001 hit, Scream If
You Want to Go Faster.
You Want to Go Faster. Yes. Initials. Which 1986 song by Bon Jovi has the initials LOAP? Lima Oscar Alpha Papa.
Love on a Plane. No, Love.
That's a very famous song, I'd say.
Can't think of any.
L on a P. We're halfway there. You're halfway there.
Living on a Prayer.
Yeah. In 1993, Go West had their last top 20 hit with a cover of which 1965 Miracle song? No, don't cry.
Don't think I get that one.
The Tracks of My Tears.
Sure.
It's finished.
Was it not Smokey Robinson Miracles?
Yeah.
That didn't help. That didn't help, Deals. Do you remember what's our favourite Black Eyed Peas song, Deals? Shall we sing it? Don't go funk with my heart. Don't go funk with my heart. You like that one, don't you? That's a good one. Don't like that Lady Hubbard's one. That's just I don't know what's going on in there.
Dealey's very still. He's turned his head down.
He's taken it in awe by my musical knowledge. He's channeling the answers to me, so he has to concentrate. He knows everything. Is that the last? What, or have you still got?
I think I might have saved. I think there might be 3 more in the box. Saw a fox last night. I was coming home, just up this road here.
I think Toby saw one out the back the other day. He still remembers the day when he was fly tipping some stuff, and when all of the gypsy stuff had been. So he used that as an excuse to add to it. He went out at 3 o'clock in the morning to drag a chair out there or something, and then realised he was being surrounded by all these foxes. Like heads were popping up, like tick 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 tick.
Yeah.
He said they were really big as well. Where foxes? Gio, don't listen to this bit, will you? Close your ears. That cat that Toby makes friends with and feeds biscuits actually came into the flat briefly the other day. But only came up onto the doorstep. But it put its paws up and looked over the bed at me when I was lying in bed. Toby gave him some, or her some. Toby thinks she's pregnant, but that's just wishful thinking. Maybe she'll bring us one. Have a little kitten. What we do?
Did Dealey see her then?
No, Dealey was under the duvet fast asleep. He doesn't know that Toby's really sweet with her as well. No, dear. Don't close your ears. Not true. So listeners, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that clip. Yeah. So episode 499 is nearly over, but we do have one last phone call. Cromitty. Yes, we do. He's on the line. Listeners, you probably wonder why he's here. He was just around, about, free. So I thought we'd talk to him. Because, we want him to be in episode 500. So, yeah. It's Toppy Smelly. That's right. Do you want to speak to him? Yes. Put him through. Hey, Toppy, it's me, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm good. Boy, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Oh, I know. It's been very busy. It's episode 499. You know what that means?
Let's see now. 500.
Yeah, it's coming up. And there's also certain things that are going to be happening in 500 that, quite big deals. So we just sort of just thought I'd have a, say hi whilst I've still got a spare 5 minutes. Because
yeah. What are some of the things you got planned? It's always your anniversary is always big. So what do you got going?
Well, Ike's giving birth, so so that's. Thankfully, he has I think she's a matron called Sister Oo. She's one of his people, and so we have some expertise with us, thankfully. But
we get to meet another of his species.
Yes. She did pop in a few episodes ago, but it's all very weird and technological. There was a bit of a misunderstanding, but it's all sorted. And I don't quite know what our roles will be, but we're all on standby. But
all right, that sounds interesting.
Still not quite sure, what this baby's going to look like. And apparently, it's a bit of a lucky dip. You don't necessarily know what your child's going to look like. So, so learning something new every day.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm not going to have a big party because we're just the start of 2022. We don't need more parties after Christmas. It's too much. So, but that's a big thing in itself. And who knows down the line? I'm sure. Maybe Ick will want some sort of newborn party or something. So there's that. But the other thing is that Yeti Uncle John's coming out of Shame Jail. So.
Oh. Well, finally, he never should have been put back in there. But
Well, I'm surprised they didn't double his sentence though after how he got out. We're still not sure how he managed all that. There's different versions of the story we keep hearing. But.
Well, the funny thing is, I was laying all kinds of hints with Yeti Uncle John when I visited about what was in the cake, and he was like, "What? What? He didn't get it." And I practically had to tell him, but it was so funny. You would have laughed.
I don't understand. What?
In the cake, he didn't get it.
He had a. You bought him a cake.
I got him a cake. Didn't I tell you? Yeah.
No.
Well, I visited. I got him. Yeah. I made a cake, but you know what I put in it?
Like spices and stuff.
No, Paul. But the file. Just like in the old movies, I put a file in it. A metal file.
What?
Oh, God.
Are you saying you're basically to blame for him getting out?
Well, no, but you didn't know this? No, I put a file because I wanted, I didn't think he should be, but he was happy to, he got out that way.
I perhaps I'm the only person who doesn't know. I don't know.
I can't believe you didn't know. No, I put a file in his cake.
He said it was his Fortnite boys, the guys he does computer games with.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He was covering for you.
Well,
he obviously thought that you needed covering.
Well, I guess I didn't know. I just figured you knew. But anyways, that's okay.
Well, I guess it's ended okay in the end. But we certainly went through quite a lot because what was him nearly stealing Ick's spaceship, and well, he did steal it. No, he stole it. He went in space and got stuck in space.
I know. I heard that. That was funny.
That's funny when you're kind of in the center of it, but I suppose it's a bit like when things happen in the Smellcast where we're sitting at home laughing, but it's not funny to you.
Well,
but anyway, I'm going to have to go. Dealey's calling, so. Anyway, it's been good to catch up. I'm sure we'll catch up again soon.
Okay. Are we okay? Is everything okay?
Yes. Yeah. Fine. Absolutely fine. Yes. No problem. But I really must go because Dealey is very demanding. So, happy 500th. I'm sure we'll talk for the 500th. But
okay.
Anyway, got to go.
Right.
So say hi to Tappy from me.
Okay, I will. All right.
Bye. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Is that all? Is he gone? Cut him off. Cut him off. I don't want to say any more to him. I don't want to be rude. I told you I knew there was something else going on. Come on. Did you know about this? Oh, Paul, I didn't want to be involved. Listeners, did you know about this? Did you know about Toppy Smelly helping Yeti Uncle John with his escape plan? Huh? Bet you did. I can't trust anybody anymore. I can't trust Toppy Smelly. I can't trust Yeti Uncle John. I could never trust Yeti Uncle John. I can't trust you, Cromitty. It's not fair, Paul. I can't trust you, the listeners. I can't believe it. You listeners, you could have called in. You could have called in and said, did you know what's going on? They're all loyal to Yeti Uncle John. All loyal to Yeti Uncle John. I can't believe it. Does everybody know, Cromitty? Well, we just found out things. I don't know. I can't even remember who knows and who does not now. Well, we need to make a list of those I can trust and those I can't trust. No, Paul, come on. It's not like that. We just did not want to get involved. We did not want to be drawn into the Yeti Uncle John plan. Yes, it's fair enough. It's fair enough that you're cross with Toppy. It's fair enough that you're cross with Yeti Uncle John. But the fact that we did not tell you, we did not want to be involved, Well, I suppose you have a point. You still got involved, though, by not being involved. Only because we knew stuff we did not want to know. We did not want to be the ones who told you. Well, you weren't, were you? No, exactly. Our plan worked. I should have guessed it, really. I mean, Toppy and Yeti Uncle John have been quite close, particularly on this issue of Shane Jail. I'm disappointed, that's all. You'll forgive him, though. Will I? Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Oh, come on, Paul. It's episode 500. Oh, he's not going to be on episode 500. Well, at least not in a core part of it. If he rings in or speaks to Yeti Uncle John, then so be it. I can't stop that happening. And I guess if that happens, he will feature in the episode. But he's not going to be in episode 500 officially. He's not going to be part of the celebration. Not that we're really having a celebration because we just got a baby being born. Well, that's a celebration. Anyway, I'm just going to keep to my plot line. I'm just going to avoid... I don't think I even want to meet Yeti Uncle John when he comes out of jail. Oh, Paul. Paul, you have to be there. We might not be able to be there, Cromitty. We might not be able to be there because we're having to help with the baby. I'm just going to keep to that plot line. Just going to stay with Ick. You know, you go and meet Yeti Uncle John. They probably don't need both of us. You go and see Yeti Uncle John. Meet him when he comes out. I will not be going to go to that welcome committee. I'm going to go and be there for Ick. I mean, whether or not Ick knew about it, I can't remember, Paul. I can't remember if he knew. He probably heard something. Anyway, Ick's had his own things to deal with. I don't expect him to get involved. He needs to keep calm. So I feel if I stay with Ick, I'm safe. I don't have to be involved. But Paul, just don't get cross. Don't get cross. I am cross. I'm not saying it's going to last forever, but I'm saying for episode 500, and maybe for a few episodes after, I'm going to be cross, or I'm going to be dealing with not being told about what's happened. And I'm not saying I'm cross with you, Cromitty. As I've said, I understand you wanted to keep out of it, but I am allowed to be cross about Toppy and Yeti Uncle John. And Yeti Uncle John, I'm used to being naughty. Toppy, I thought was above all that. Well, I hope the Smellcast listeners don't hear about this, or the Matinee Minutia listeners. It's just a point of issue he had, you know, where he sided. He thought that Yeti Uncle John was right. He's usually quite level-headed, but Yeti Uncle John really got him on an issue that makes him cross, and now he's done something very silly. But it all worked out. It's fine. What? Because he could have got himself into trouble. Toppy could have done. Toppy could have ended up in jail, or maybe real jail, or shame jail. He risked his own reputation. And yes, Yeti Uncle John escaped, and he was brought back, and it's all past. But it's still it's the fact that Toppy almost got himself really into trouble, almost as much trouble as Yeti Uncle John. I'm at the end of my tether. I'm at the end of my tether, Cromitty. Paul, maybe we should finish the episode. Yes, listeners, I think we should finish the episode, because they're still in trouble. Well, at least some of them are. I don't know, whichever ones knew about it and didn't tell me. So some of you listeners are in trouble. The ones who didn't know about it, that's fine. Just, you know, we'll go for a drink afterwards or something. I'm sulking with lots of different people for different reasons and with different timescales. So listeners, if you're not involved, that's fine. Those of you who are naughty are naughty. We're going to finish the episode now. I'm not going to do my usual end of episode thing. We're just going to go. Come back for episode 500. Don't take offence. You're the ones who didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm the victim here. And I've been let down by pretty much everyone involved with this show. So, thanks a bunch. Come back next time for episode 500. Don't you dare not show up. You've got to make amends. Don't start sulking yourselves. Oh dear, Paul. Oh dear. Yeah, episode 500 next time, so come back. Right, I'm going. Oh dear. Listeners, I'm very sorry. You know, it's a situation. I didn't realise things were going to be quite so dramatic. So please come back for episode 500. It'll all be fine. I'm sure it'll all be fine. We'll keep the show together. You have to be here. Come back. All right. We'll run the theme music. We'll say goodbye. You take care. All right. Bye-bye for now. Okay. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Don't worry. It'll all be sorted out soon. Paul, Cromitty, you need to calm down. You've got a busy episode ahead of you next time. I know I have. I just feel let down, that's all. So much going on. It's Uncle John and his cheeky plan, and Ick not knowing what he's even going to give birth to. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. People complain about Doctor Who, having lots of loose ends and stuff. I think we're unravelling here. Cromitty. We're not unravelling. I'm very disappointed with Toppy. I know you are. He didn't even get it. I know he didn't get it. He thought you already knew. He thought it was just, Jolly Japes. Yeah, I guess it is Jolly Japes. To him, it just depends. I think I said to him, kind of depends on... If you're from outside the podcast, it seems like Jolly Japes. But if I went to the Smellcast and did something dramatic, which really changed everything, then he wouldn't think it was such Jolly Japes. I understand. I heard you say it, and yes, you are right. I know I'm right. I'm always right, except for when I'm wrong. I just hope that I feel like I don't know. I just sent Eek a text. Why are you bothering Eek? Just wanted to tell him that I would be there for him and I wouldn't be going to meet Itchy Uncle John, that I'd decided that was what I was doing. Did he reply? He just sent a smiley thing. He seemed pleased. Did put sort of question marks, but... Well, don't bother him. Don't bother him. He's resting. I know he's resting. Well, I can hear the theme music coming. About time too. Yeah, right. Dear oh dear. Paul, you've got to snap out of this. We've got a lot going on next episode. I know, I'll be fine. As I say, I'm the one who's been let down. I'm expecting lots of encouragement and apologies and niceness towards me, channeled towards me. So that will happen. Yes, I hope so, Paul. Oh dear. Maybe you should go for a lie down. I'm going for a lie down. Yes, I'm going to do that now. I've got to go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at Pride48 ShyLifePod.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Grobberty, I didn't expect a phone call from you. I thought I was. I'll be seeing you in. Tomorrow. Next episode. Yes, Uncle John. Just a very quick call. I needed to tell you something. Oh yes, you sound serious. Well, yes. Paul has found out about Toppy's involvement in your escape. What? He's done what? How has he done that? Oh, well, it was not me. It was not me. But, he was talking to Toppy. Toppy called up and he let slip about his involvement. He thought Paul knew for a start. He thought it was a bit of a laugh because it was all resolved. It was fine. And, Paul was very upset. He cut him off. He said that Toppy is banned from episode 500, at least in any meaningful way. I'm really sorry. We should have told him. Yes, you should have told him before now. Or maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do. I know why we did not tell him. We did not tell Paul because we did not want to upset him or get him cross with you. We did not want him to know for sure. It was better to say the Fortnite guys, than to say Toppy Smelly brought a file in. Yes, that's why. We didn't want Toppy to get, into trouble either. Yes, I think that's the main thing. We did not want him to get into trouble, but he's gone and blown his own cover. Well, Paul will get over it, won't he? Well, I'm sure he will get over it. He's even said he'll probably get over it. But he won't get over it next episode. So don't expect him to be waiting to see you for when you are released. Oh, that's a shame. Well, is he really upset? He is very upset, Uncle John. Yes, very, 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 very upset. He's even upset with the listeners. He's cross with them for the same reason he's cross with me. I can't even remember who knew. I think a lot of us knew, basically. Most of us knew. I don't think Tallulah knew. No, well, I don't think Tallulah knew, no. Because we don't involve her in naughty things that you've done. Oh, charming. Don't go pretending you're all innocent. No, all right. So he's cross. So what's he said? He said he would not be there for your release and that he would just be taking part in X plotline. He would not be mixing. Did he? No, I can't remember. I can't remember either, but Paul said it doesn't matter whether he knew or not. He has his own troubles, busyness, being pregnant. He couldn't be expected to have told. Oh dear. What a mess. He's a good man, he's Toppy Smelly. He's a good friend to me. Yes, well, Toppy and you agree on the issue of you being in shame jail, in that you should not have been in there, but he's about the only one. Oh, Grobberty, you don't think I should have been in shame jail, do you? Yes, I do, because you've been a bad boy, which is part of your appeal to me, but there you go. Oh, Grobberty, you're naughty in your own way. Stop it now, come on. I'm just telling you, I just wanted to tell you, it's a short call. It's turning into a long call, so I need to go. So, don't expect to see Paul in episode 500. We need to try and clear this mess up. We need to try and save his friendship with Toppy. I don't want them to fall out. They are good friends. It's very important that they are friends. It'd just be so messy. We are so involved with the world of the Smellcast. We are friends with Aunt Tappy and Sassy, and, we travel there. August Evans spends a lot of time in Pickle Hollow. We it's just too much. Yes, all right. We need to do what we can. It'll probably repair itself over time. But let's just hope so. And for your sake, let's just hope so. What does that mean? You know, these things can fester. You know, things are bad now. But if we don't manage to smooth things over, they may fester to the point that he starts to resent more and more of us. The listeners more and more. You know? Toppy Smelly more and more. Everybody more and more. Do you see what it might mean for the show? For the show? It could be the end of the Shy Life podcast. If Paul loses it, if Paul resents his audience and all of the people he works with, who knows what he will do, where he will go. He is a free man these days. He can go where he likes, do what he likes. He may not want to continue with the show. I never thought about it like that, Cromitty. Oh my goodness. From Tiny Acorns. From Tiny Acorns, yes. I'm not sure if escaping from Shame Jail counts as a tiny acorn, but yes. But from Tiny Acorns. Who knows what could happen? This could be the end of the Shy Life podcast if we're not careful. We have to manage this. We have to be very careful. And if we do the wrong thing, boom, that could be it. I understand. We've got to treat this seriously. Yes, very seriously. I've got to go now. Oh, it's all right, Cromitty. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, tiny acorns. Tiny acorns. Oh, I don't know about acorns, but where are those hazelnut and chocolate cookies gone? Where are they gone? Coconut Jim, have you eaten all my cookies? Coconut Jim. Oh dear.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti. He's not that shy.
I wasn't able to get episode 500 to tally with like the end of the year, but we have done over 90 episodes this year, so we've kept up with the sort of usual amount of episodes. But episode 500 is going to be quite a big deal because lots of things are happening. Yeti Uncle John's coming out of Shame Jail. Hopefully he'll behave himself next year, but I know that's asking for a lot. That was my Christmas wish, but we'll see. And then the other thing that's happening is, of course, Ix giving birth, and we don't know what's going to come out,
or whether it's male or female or a small furry creature from Alpha Centauri.
We don't know. But thankfully, he has an expert. He has a matron called Sister Oo. And so we'll be Cromitty and I will be there to help.
Actually, if he has a corresponding Sister R, then that's perfect for the birth. Breathe deeply.
Also, and then we can also see, and then Cromitty and I can stand there going, ooh, just a little bit, ooh, just a little bit more. And that would probably, one way or another, that will probably cause him to give birth.
He will give birth to a Gina G fan.
He'll either enjoy himself during his during the time that he's giving birth, or if he doesn't like the song, he'll encourage him to hurry up.
Now, I don't understand these alien kind of. Is there any kind of father mother?
I don't think there's been any. How's your father? No, I don't think there's been any business. It just happens at a certain age, which in a way is a bit sad for poor Ick, but then the planet he comes from is a very weird planet. They're obviously very technologically advanced because he can fly through space, but then they also have a sort of, it always reminds me of the Doctor Who story Power of Kroll. So with things coming out of marshes, sacrificing people, and so it's a sort of very technologically unadvanced. It's technologically advanced, but socially very unadvanced. I think Ick, was glad to get away when he first left the planet because he might have been sacrificed to some great big tentacle beastie, but which some people would pay for that, but not everyone wants. If you grow up with it, you probably don't want it all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, so I think episode 500. We're only episodes away. It'll be in January, I think, but we'll see. I'm sure there'll be lots of other things going on, but anyway. So next time I see you, goodness knows.
New Year, I think.
Yeah.
Or just after Christmas.
No, not in the running of this episode.
Oh, not in the running of the
episode. So by the time I see you, episode 500 will have happened, and well, I'll be able to update you. So
yeah, well, let's just say it's been fun.
Yes, at 500 episodes, but not quite, nearly.
Yeah. I don't know, but sometimes this show is really weird. Did this damn thing just end on a cliffhanger? What was that, a cliffhanger? That was a cliffhanger. Oh, Paul ended the show on a cliffhanger. You know, sometimes I just really wonder about this show. I really do.
499.
Really nervous, right.
Oh dear. Nice brisk exercise. Oh, wee. Great fun. La-di-da.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.